CNN10 script, Thursday, March 7th, 2024. Script 102. Elon Musk newly implant chip in its first human brain. February 1st, 2024. Reading aloud. Hello, lovely people. Let's rise up, log in, and take the next 10 minutes to fuel our minds. It's Thursday, February 1st. I'm Cold Wire. This is CNN10. Happy Friday Eve. February marks 2 years since Russian President Vladimir Putin first ordered his troops into Ukraine for what he called a special military operation to demilitarize the country. According to U.S. intelligence assessment, Russia has lost 87% of the 360,000 active duty ground troops it had prior to the start of the war. But they persist. Ukraine remains heavily dependent upon support in the form of funding and munitions from its Western allies, including the United States. But further U.S. support is not guaranteed as Congress remains divided on sending more taxpayer dollars to fund Ukraine's war efforts. As CNN Fred Pliken explains, the war is as intense as ever and seemingly far from over. In 2024, Russia's war against Ukraine is as brutal as it ever has been. Both sides are still taking heavy casualties and the battles are ferocious. The action has somewhat shifted though, from the south of the country more towards the southeast and the east of the country. The Russians have unleashed another massive aerial campaign against sites here in Ukraine using drones, ballistic missiles, and also cruise missiles. The Ukrainians, though now, also fighting back, hitting some targets in Russia, like for instance the Belgorod region, where there have been some evacuations. Western military support for Ukraine will continue to be essential for the country, but it is far from a certain thing, especially aid from the United States, where U.S. Congress still has not okayed further military aid for Ukraine. There is the European Union, where a decision on further military aid was blocked by the Hungarian. So it's unclear when exactly that could come through, even though the countries themselves, the single countries, could continue to give Ukraine military aid and are continuing to do so. The Russians certainly seem to have replenished their ranks after taking heavy losses in 2023. The Russians also appear to have new tanks and armored vehicles. One of the other things that we are seeing is that the Russians are firing a lot of artillery on the front line, and a different picture for the Ukrainians, especially ammunition, is something that they are having a lot of trouble with. They certainly need those replenishment. Parquets are shot. Which of these words is associated with pigs? Bobo, bovine, pachyderm, porcine. If you pondered porcine, put your hooves up. While bobo is a type of dog, bovine relates to cattle, and pachyderms are thick-skinned, hoofed animals like elephants, rhinos, and hippos. Porcine relates to also just piggies. For our next story, we turn to a controversial solution to an ongoing health dilemma, one for which pigs may be the answer. We're talking organ transplants. Now each organ inside our body has a specific function, right? And sometimes due to disease, accident, or other reasons, it doesn't work properly and needs replacement. So during organ transplantation, surgeons carefully remove a healthy organ from a donor and place it in the body of someone in need. It can be difficult to find the matching organ as there is a big gap between supply and demand for organs needed to save lives. But the company eGenesis is working on a solution that might end organ shortage in the future. From their research farm, they're raising pigs that could become organ donors in the future. CNN Chief Medical Correspondent Sanjay Gupta got a first look at the facility few other people have seen before.